C'est un jeu de titans. Un lieu où des superstars se livrent des batailles épiques. Et où les fans lèvent des yeux admiratifs sur leurs héros. Mais à côté des magnifiques athlètes de la NBA, il y a un autre genre de stars. Des étoiles qui brillent plus près du sol. Pour apprécier la beauté de ces merveilles de la nature, les fans doivent regarder sous le cercle. Dès les débuts de la NBA, les joueurs de grande taille dominent le jeu. La première superstar est le géant George Mikan, pivot des Minneapolis Lakers, qui remporte 3 titres consécutifs dans les années 50. Mais cherchant à acquérir une notoriété nationale, la jeune NBA se tourne vers un autre type de star, un joueur plus petit qui, par son flair et sa créativité, séduit tous les fans du pays.
I think cousy was to the NBA what Babe Ruth was to baseball. Cousy put a lot of flash into what he did. Cousy was putting the ball behind his back, and he'd do all these spectacular ball handling things, and it looked like magic. He not only helped the NBA, but he helped establish the franchise in Boston and created fans.
Surnommé le Houdini des parquets, Bob Cousy est le premier grand artiste de la NBA et fait rapidement salle comble dans chaque ville.
It's entertainment. We're all, in that sense, if we're honest with ourselves, I suppose we're all kind of show-offs in the sense that, you know, we want to display our skills, we want to be successful, and we want the appreciation of the audience.
Cousy ne joue pas les seconds rôles. Orchestrant l'attaque des Celtics, il révolutionne le rôle de meneur de jeu grâce à son sens troublant de l'espace.
Cousy would really hit the open man, and when you got the ball, you were just in the position where you could take the shot. You never got the ball before you got to your position. Cousy would not give it to you.
Cousy est le meilleur en passe décisive 8 ans de suite et nommé 10 ans d'affilée dans la première équipe All-NBA et devient le premier meneur à être sacré meilleur joueur. Mais il se distingue surtout par son record inégalé de victoires. Pendant plus de 10 ans, Boston célèbre ses titres comme autant de rituels. Remportant 6 titres en 7 ans, Cousy établit une longue liste d'exploits mémorables. Mais sa dernière victoire est sans doute la plus représentative.
Everybody on our ball club truly respected Cousy's ability and wanted him to go out with a championship.
Au 6e match de la finale de 63, les Celtics s'apprêtent à offrir un dernier titre à leur leader. Mais Cousy, blessé à la cheville, semble devoir se retirer avec un peu d'amertume.
It made for a dramatic moment because of the circumstances. My last game, the end of a career, the world championship on the line.
Mais une fois de plus, Cousy sait exploiter ces moments dramatiques.
Cousy came back onto the court, and really his experience and knowing what he could do under those circumstances really helped us emotionally.
Pour cette ultime charge à la tête de son équipe, il veille à ce que ses adieux s'accompagnent d'une victoire.
I was very pleased that I was able to get back in and finish in that fashion and throw the ball to the ceiling and hug Russell and now back, and because it was obviously a meaningful moment for me. This was a culmination of 13 years, another championship. So the whole set of circumstances, created the most emotional experience of my career.
Cousy quitte le basket en fondateur d'un nouveau style de jeu et en pionnier pour les joueurs de petite taille.
All I've heard recently is how you're going to replace Bob. That's my answer. Can't be done because that's Mr. Basketball. Thank you.
Red Auerbach avait raison. Cousy est irremplaçable. D'autres joueurs de petite taille se révèlent après le départ de Cousy, mais ils n'ont ni son style ni sa stature. Finalement, c'est Cousy lui-même qui trouve un héritier digne de lui. En 70, en tant que coach des Cincinnati Royals, il va changer le destin d'un meneur inconnu de l'Université de Texas El Paso.
When Cousy saw me, we sat down. He came to the hotel and we sat down, and he was talking about just drafting me. And I just for being 6 feet or 5'11" or whatever size I was, I grew. I was 8 feet tall when he told me that because I didn't really think I had a chance to play in the NBA.
Cousy offre une chance à Tiny Archibald, mais aussi une éducation.
With an education.
Cool sat down with me after almost every game and explained to me not about scoring, about running the team.
Tiny prend à cœur les leçons de Cousy, mais reste fidèle à sa philosophie personnelle.
My concept was to attack people. I wanted people to know that I was on the court. I didn't want people to know that, well, he's relaxed, he's cool, he's in his cool. I didn't play like that.
Grâce à sa vitesse et à sa témérité, Tiny devient vite une superstar et dépasse les espérances de son mentor.
I used to tell Tiny, if you're racing down the floor and you see me jump up calling for time, ignore me and go do your thing, create an opportunity. Well, you've got a player like an Archibald who can create whatever they want at any time they want. You're much better off letting them do it.
Dirigeant l'attaque ou accumulant lui-même les points, Archibald démoralise la défense adverse. En 1974, il devient le premier joueur couronné meilleur marqueur et passeur NBA dans la même saison. Mais il ne peut égaler le nombre de titres de Cousy.
Our team was so weak offensively that we demanded that he do just about everything. He literally carried us on his shoulders. It's amazing we didn't wear him out.
Tiny finit par s'user. En 1977, il se déchire le talon d'Achille et reste sur le banc pendant une saison et demie. À 30 ans, il se retrouve chez les Celtics, l'ancien club de son mentor, espérant une dernière chance.
When I went to Boston, they were actually saying, let's trade Tiny, let's see what we can get for him. He's through. He had the injury. He'd had a bad season the year before, and it really looked like his career had come to an end.
Si Tiny a perdu en vitesse, il n'a rien perdu de sa détermination.
Tiny in the lane, plays it up and in. Tiny Archibald, Tiny is something else, I'll tell you.
I want to win. I want to win. That's the only thing I want to do. I want to win. And I remember this to today. Cool said, one of these days, you're going to get a chance to do that.
Archibald.
De nouveau All-Star, Tiny devient capitaine et inspirateur des Celtics.
He gave us a great deal of the fight and grit that we had and the character, because here's a guy that everybody had counted out. And when they saw him get up from a 9 count and go on to bigger and better things, I think it was the type of thing that gives you that quiet leadership.
Entouré de nombreux talents, Tiny se résout à tirer moins souvent et s'occupe de distribuer le jeu. Et dans la tradition de Cousy lui-même, il emmène les Celtics jusqu'au titre.
He was surrounded by talented players, and he literally played them like a conductor. He had become the complete prototype point guard.
Malgré le parcours original de Cousy et de Tiny, la tendance à utiliser des grands joueurs s'accentue. Dès les années 70, la taille des meneurs eux-mêmes augmente. En 80, les Lakers remportent le titre grâce à un meneur de 2,6 m nommé Magic Johnson, menaçant l'avenir des petits joueurs. Mais l'année suivante, les Detroit Pistons risquent l'avenir du club en sélectionnant un nouveau joueur clé d'1,85 m, Isiah Thomas.
When I came into the league, guys like me weren't being allowed in the league anymore. The point guard position had developed to someone of 6'8", 6'9", and up. I had to do things differently because of my size.
Exploitant sa petite taille, Isiah déconcerte les plus grands.
Thomas again. He's amazing. What a move by Isiah. He is lighting this place up.
I was a different kind of point guard that I could handle the ball well, break down the defense, get into the lane. So I was very creative with the basketball, which enabled me to basically be able to go anywhere on the court that I wanted to go, regardless of people's height.
Isiah accumule les exploits individuels, mais ses objectifs sont ailleurs.
I went beyond the point of just playing and having fun. I was very obsessed with winning, and there was nothing that was going to stand in my way of winning the championship.
Thomas fait entrer les Pistons dans l'élite de la NBA et les place dans la course au titre dès 87. Détroit parvient en finale de la conférence Est. Dans le 5e match, Isiah est à 2 doigts de ravir le contrôle de la finale aux Celtics, les champions sortants.
In Game 5. Seasoning right in his face. Thomas with a very big bucket. And it's Detroit by 1-17.
Mais le moment de gloire des Pistons s'évanouit dans les mains de Larry Bird.
Thomas wants to get it in quickly. Does the Lambeer. Stolen by Bird and the cut to DJ. Yeah! Unbelievable! What a mistake. Veteran players cannot make that kind of mistake.
Isiah se remet de sa déception en emmenant les Pistons en finale l'année suivante.
Isiah Thomas is hurt down on the court underneath the basket.
Face aux Lakers de Magic Johnson, Isiah est à nouveau victime du sort. Par 2 fois, Isiah approche du succès, mais il est battu par des joueurs plus grands.
For 5-6 years, I had been fighting the perception that little people aren't, ever going to win championships. So you're like right in the middle of the mountain and you're saying, man, do I want to climb all the way up and finish, or do I just want to go back down? And that was kind of the point where I said, I'm going to keep climbing.
En 89, Isiah conduit à nouveau les Pistons en finale contre Magic et les Lakers. Mais cette fois, il refuse d'être vaincu.
What a shot! Magic was in his jersey. He is just showing so much heart and determination for the Pistons. How many times have we seen Isiah? He presses the inner button in the heart, and all of a sudden he just takes it on.
Isiah obtient enfin son heure de gloire. Et il gagne justement contre le joueur qui incarne la tendance qu'il a combattue si longtemps.
It feels like heaven. Like the Ohio player said, heaven must be like this. Heaven must be like this.
S'assurant une place dans l'histoire, Isiah conduit Détroit vers un second titre et il est sacré meilleur joueur de la finale.
And Isiah Thomas having an incredible rise again. Makes again! He owns the night,
Son message au monde du basket ne pouvait être plus clair.
Perception was that no matter how good the little guy was, you always had to have a big guy to win. And I wanted to change perception. So the fans would honestly look and say, that little guy, I know he's little, but, he got a chance against this 6'9", 6'10" guy. He can beat him.
Avec le succès d'Isiah, la NBA apprécie de nouveau les joueurs petits et rapides. Chaque club veut en acquérir un. Et les Cleveland Cavaliers sont confrontés au dilemme d'en avoir deux. Ils engagent d'abord le meneur Mark Price, mais après sa saison de rookie décevante, ils en cherchent un autre.
I didn't know how much I was in their plans at that point, and so all I could do was prepare myself for training camp and be as ready as possible. But, you know, just knowing someone's coming in to take your job, you know, makes you work a little bit harder.
Motivé par la présence de Kevin Johnson, Price refuse de céder son poste attitré.
Brilliant exhibition by the second-year kid.
KJ est transféré à Phoenix avant la fin de la saison et Price s'achemine vers la célébrité.
Knock back outside. Loose ball saved by Price minority. Back to Price. Three for the corner. Good!
Mark Price outside left, shoots on the left corner, and that's it. Price split the double beautifully. Let the jumper fly, and Mark Price took him to school that trip.
I've never seen anybody shoot the ball as well as Mark. He's got the same rhythm every time. I've never seen anybody with as much confidence on the shot as Mark. This guy thinks he can hit 40-foot shots sometimes, and he will.
Price for three, and oh, this place erupted as Price hit another bomb.
Price est peu à peu considéré comme l'un des meilleurs shooters. En 1994, il assoit sa réputation en se distinguant lors du concours de tir à 3 points.
Mark Price with the money ball again, putting on a show. Look at this. The record is 25 points. Finish it out, Mark. Finish it out. The angelic face of Mark Price with the eyes of the assassin.
But he is the 1994 AT&T long distance shootout champion.
Et malgré son statut de star, Price ne s'endort pas sur ses lauriers.
I go out every night feeling like I'm the underdog. I go out every night feeling like the guy I'm playing has more talent, more ability. And I don't know, I get excited about trying to go out and see what I can do.
Johnson a inspiré Price, mais il tire aussi un enseignement précieux de leur concurrence passée.
To be honest, the one thing in Cleveland I didn't do is be myself. I didn't let my true personality show. I was a rookie, and I really felt like I was walking on eggshells. And the moment that I got traded to Phoenix, I said, whether I fail or whether I succeed, I got to do things the way I think they need to be done.
Back on the Suns, trying to get within one. KJ left hand, got it.
Laissant libre cours à sa fougue, KJ fait à présent sensation dans la ligue.
Johnson takes it in for two more. Unbelievable offense. KJ with a stutter spinning move, driving. Oh! It's an all-star move.
I'm realizing what I need to do for our team to be effective, and that's just when I get the ball, just try to push it down the other team's throat. I mean, make them gag on it if they have to.
S'affirmant comme un des meneurs les plus redoutables, Johnson devient la locomotive des puissants Suns.
KJ backing it on Mojeeks. Good driving.
I love to see that. Oh, brother! Whoa, my goodness!
What you do, you just get the hell out of his way. You give him the ball and say, okay, make sure if he needs your help, you're there. But just let him go.
In your face, Kevin Johnson. Oh, my. Oh, that's a highlight show. You'll be seeing that on your local newscast.
Well, I think the greatest thing Kevin brings to the team, besides his talents, is his great will to win. It's contagious, and he's a great competitor, and that rubs off.
Avec le succès de Johnson et de Price, les petits joueurs acquièrent une importance sans précédent. Les deux hommes se retrouvent coéquipiers dans la seconde Dream Team. Mais pendant que KJ et Price atteignent ensemble des sommets, un autre jeune meneur commence son ascension. Originaire de Chicago comme Isiah Thomas, Tim Hardaway partage son goût pour le spectaculaire.
Isiah was my idol when I was in high school and in grammar school. Freaking him out there on the court, making great passes and putting it between his legs, behind his back, and having fun out there.
A lot of people, before you got drafted, said, what about this guy, Tim Hardaway? I said, he's dynamite.
Comme Taille avant lui, Hardaway joue dans l'ombre à l'université de Texas El Paso. Mais Tim est prêt à faire son entrée en NBA.
I've been playing against bigger guys all my life, so I know how to go in there and take the contact and shoot over a big guy. Sometimes they get it, but most of the time they don't. When I got the ball, I think I go to the hole anytime, create a shot or create a shot for my teammates at any time of the game.
I think Tim had a burning desire like I did about playing professional basketball. I think now that he's past that plateau about getting into the league, now it's all about stardom.
Hardaway commence à attirer les regards et séduit les fans par son adresse incroyable. Et sa spécialité, le dribble croisé.
The crossover dribble. The killer crossover. Oh, brother. Hardaway fakes the three, gets around lane, gets around Curry, puts it up. Hardaway backs off on Thomas. What a move! Oh, did he explode and it goes? That was brilliant.
I've seen people with great crossovers, and they were effective with it. But Tim is so fast. Not only will he blow by you, he will embarrass you when he goes by you.
Tim sets you up. You know, a couple times come down the court, he'll fake like he'll bring it over. He'll laugh at you a little bit. He waits for you to relax, and that's when he embarrasses you.
He made John Stockton. He was coming at him at full speed. He went back, bang. He looked at Stockton and was like, man, what you doing? It was awesome.
Hardaway devient célèbre grâce à ses actions d'éclat et communique à tous son enthousiasme. Star des médias, il fait apprécier les petits joueurs à une nouvelle génération de fans.
Tim Hardaway's going to show us how to shoot when the wind's up. I got skills.
That's me right there. May not look like me because you know it's on TV and it's on a shirt, but it's me. Have I said anything that jeopardized me? Oh, have I? What did I say? Oh! I can't fly like Michael, but I can fly down a court.
Faisant partie des 5 joueurs totalisant 20 points et 10 passes décisives par match sur 2 saisons consécutives, Hardaway s'affirme comme l'un des joueurs les plus aimés et les plus complets. Et c'est à lui que cela fait le plus plaisir.
That's all about, you know, having fun, making the game exciting, getting the crowd into it. I'm just one of the lucky guys to just come in the league, play well, be acknowledged, and having fun while I'm doing it.
Here we go, Hardaway, and it is good! Unbelievable! An unbelievable shot from behind the midcourt line.
Deux autres pionniers ont œuvré en faveur des joueurs de petite taille, Spud Webb et Mugsy bogues. Ne mesurant qu'un mètre 70, Spud est ignoré dans la draft 85. Pris au 3e tour par les Detroit Pistons, qui ont déjà Isiah Thomas, il est écarté avant même d'arriver au stage d'entraînement.
Well, I feel like I didn't get a chance, you know, to show my skills or go out and prove myself that I could play in the NBA.
Choisi par les Hawks, Spud obtient sa chance quand le meneur titulaire se blesse.
I remember the first practice in training camp. I'm sitting there with a cast on my hand, and I see this guy whipping up and down the court, shooting, going by guys, giving assists, and I turned to Dominique and I said, I better get healthy quickly.
Mais Spud ne laisse pas passer sa chance. Il prend en main l'attaque des Hawks et devient vite le meneur titulaire.
What a shot by Webb.
Oh, he's a tough little customer.
He has a lot of heart. I think that's the biggest thing about him. He isn't afraid. He gets in there, he mixes it up, and you know he gets bounced around off those big guys and get up and keep going.
Spud n'est pas seulement le héros d'un succès improbable. Avec les Hawks et les Sacramento Kings, il devient l'un des meneurs les plus réguliers de la NBA. Mais il se distingue surtout lors du concours de Slam Dunks de 86, un événement généralement réservé aux grands joueurs.
You know, no one in the gym, no one watching on TV. No one sitting home on their big lazy boy chair think he can win.
Spud vole la vedette à ses adversaires.
Spud, first attempt. Oh my! 5-7, Spud Webb. Two-hander.
Il annonce au monde du basket que la taille n'est pas un handicap.
Look, Phil, you get done, I'm leaving.
Nice lob and reverse. Come on now, come on. Oh my, that's the cherry on the sundae. Our new slam dunk champion with an incredible upset, Spud Webb.
I think it changed the way we look at smaller guys. That year I came out and won the dunk contest and then the actual was playing in a part of a winning team.
À côté des exploits de Spud, l'histoire de Mugsy Bogues semble encore plus incroyable. Avec son mètre 58, il est le plus petit joueur de l'histoire de la NBA. En rejoignant les Washington Bullets, qui possèdent le plus grand joueur de la Ligue, il apparaît plus comme une curiosité que comme un équipier légitime.
When I first got drafted, I thought, they was really committed to me. But as the season went along, I just saw it as a novelty act, just something to sell tickets.
Après une première saison frustrante, laissé libre par son club, il semble voué à l'oubli. Mais il transforme ce rejet en opportunité et se révèle avec les Charlotte Hornets.
Bogues at the top, penetrates, goes in for the layup. It is good. Is he exciting? I'd pay to see him.
He just disrupts everything.
What a steal by Mugsy Bogues.
No guys running around in between your legs. He just plays with so much heart and hustle.
Fumbled for a moment. Bogues picks his pocket.
I try to put pressure on my opponent every time, and I know that I'm going to get it sooner or later.
Stolen by Mugsy.
En plus de ses qualités de défenseur, Mugsy devient un excellent meneur de jeu.
Great pass by Mugsy.
I feel very comfortable dribbling the basketball without looking at it, and they allow me to look around and see what's going on out on the basketball court.
Entre 90 et 94, seul John Stockton totalise autant de passes décisives. Un exploit apprécié par les coéquipiers de Mugsy.
It makes me run harder because I know that, hey, if I run, I'm going to get the ball. He's always told me, Joe, you run out, I will see you.
Le conte de fées de Mugsy a fait de lui le chouchou des fans, en particulier des plus petits. C'est un exemple auquel il peut facilement s'identifier.
I really never thought about my height. Other people see me as 5'3". I just see myself as a person and not really any height. I just play my game and just play the best way I know how.
Comme Spud et Mugsy, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, ex-Chris Jackson, a traversé de terribles épreuves. Ne mesurant qu'à 1m83, il intègre la NBA en tant que deuxième arrière, un poste désormais dominé par des grands joueurs. Mais après un excellent parcours universitaire, il semble mériter sa place. À LSU, il a battu le record de points marqués par un joueur de première année. Il est nommé All-American et reçoit les honneurs du joueur de l'année de sa conférence pour ses 2 premières saisons. En arrivant en NBA, il semble prêt à relever le défi.
With the third pick in the 1990 NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Chris Jackson from LSU.
This is like a dream come true, and I'm just glad that they picked me, and I'm going to do whatever I can to please them.
Mais son rêve tourne rapidement au cauchemar quand il ne peut satisfaire les espoirs du public.
Chris Jackson denied, rejected by Eldon Campbell.
Jackson, flick of the wrist. Chris Jackson can't buy one tonight.
Affaibli et démoralisé, Jackson se retrouve sur le banc. Et il est hanté par l'idée d'une sélection gâchée.
Man, is he ever struggling?
The first 2 years was a trial for me. Frustrating year. I wasn't in shape, and I take all the blame for it. I started doubting myself and losing some confidence, and I just started alienating myself from the teammates because of what was going on.
Mais Jackson est un familier des coups durs. Depuis l'enfance, il souffre de tics convulsifs, une maladie nerveuse qui rend pénible même les tâches quotidiennes.
It was hard when I was young because that's when the nicknames came. You know, you're crazy, what's wrong with you? And I think I dealt with it pretty good. I think I've always had the ability to understand and to go on with my life, even at a young age. Tourette's helped me as a person and as a basketball player to understand what it is that I need to do and must do to persevere.
À ce moment charnière, Jackson a besoin de tout son ressort émotionnel pour sauver sa carrière.
One of my friends, we went to the store one night and he picked up an article and it said something, I was a bust, that I didn't supposed to be in the NBA, and it hurt me. And I just looked at him and I said, from now on, I'm not playing anymore, I'm taking this serious for good. And from then on, I just started working harder and harder.
Jackson entame sa troisième saison avec détermination. Avec le nouveau coach Dan Issel, il a vite l'occasion de la tester.
Chris was the first player I talked to when I got the job, and we had a conversation that lasted about 2 minutes. I said, the slate is clean, and as far as I'm concerned, you start all over. Chris went out, got himself in great shape, lost about 23 pounds, and he has been terrific from the first day of training camp.
Space left, goes right, switches in the air. Chris Jackson putting on a show. Chris Jackson, a trendsetter. Here's the three. Chris Jackson on fire. Oh, man. And it is now bedlam here at McNicholas Arena. They have queued in to the new Chris Jackson. He races by Robinson. Jackson on the run, behind the back. Slam home by Mutombo. 1-2 combination of Jackson and Mutombo. We're on the threshold of seeing the newest Nugget sensation. A bust the first 2 years. Chris Jackson is showing the Nuggets fans what he's been all about.
Ayant tenu sa promesse, Jackson reçoit le prix NBA de la meilleure progression. Et pour marquer ce changement radical, il se convertit à l'islam et change son nom en Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. Il est désormais reconnu comme un des meilleurs jeunes joueurs de la Ligue. Malgré le succès, il n'oubliera jamais les leçons de son combat.
A lot of things that I went through as far as first 2 years in the NBA, a lot of the problems that I was having. I think it put things in perspective and made me appreciate more what it is that I have and what I had to go through to get it.
Jackson, can they pull it off? 5 seconds to Jackson. Here it is, the three in the game. What a way to go! Chris Jackson, as he's done so many times before.
Beautiful feed, slammed up, what a pass.
He's a guy that's giving it all he has every time he's out there. You know, that's you don't see that in a lot of players.
Stockton behind, backs away, Stockton ball. Stockton all the way in, chased in, a foul hard from behind.
John Stockton, in my opinion, is the greatest point guard ever played the game.
No good, rebound, Stockton. Stockton double puck, put it in. Incredible.
He has the imagination. It's for him. It's a dance. It's an art.
It's like watching an artist work. John Stockton penetrating and dishing off at the last second.
30 ans après que Cousy ait ouvert la voie aux joueurs petits, personne ne porte son flambeau plus fièrement que John Stockton des Utah Jazz. Stockton incarne un retour au petit meneur classique défini par Cousy. Un anachronisme dont le style et l'esprit sont un beau rappel de cet héritage.
Stockton is the Cousy of this era.
Meneur de jeu classique, Stockton ressemble au basketteur que Norman Rockwell aurait pu peindre. Mais son air d'ange cache la force et la volonté d'un bulldog. Perçant les défenses avec des passes au millimètre ou chassant les ballons d'attaque avec ténacité, Stockton ne cède jamais devant l'adversaire malgré sa taille.
I know over the years I've seen guys that feel like if they throw you down or if they knock you down hard, that means you're going to stop doing what you're going to do. And that to me would make me a far less effective player if I allowed that to happen. So yeah, it may cost me a lot of pain, but I think you have to go back out and do what you do.
What a play. Marvelous, John Stockton.
Never use excuses. You know, I've seen him, you know, with a little nagging injury here, a little nagging injury there, and right at game time, I say, "Are you ready to go?" Yep.
La formidable longévité de John Stockton dans le basket lui a valu d'être maintes fois cité dans le livre des records de la NBA. Il a déjà une myriade de titres en passes décisives. Il restera dans les mémoires le meneur le plus productif. Mais comme ses homologues légendaires, le seul chiffre qui compte pour Stockton est le score final.
If you're 0-40, then it doesn't really matter what your stats are. Certainly you want to play well, you want to contribute, but if you're not winning, it's garbage.
Stockton a fait des Utah Jazz de redoutables adversaires et a fait grandir la réputation des petits joueurs. Grâce à ses nombreuses sélections All-Star et à sa participation à la première Dream Team, il a ajouté un brillant chapitre à l'histoire des basketteurs de petite taille.
The biggest thing is you can't believe in what people tell you about your limits. They can tell you that you're too small, they can tell you you're too slow, but I think you look around the league and you find guys that are too small, too slow, not good enough shooters, not good enough passers, whatever, that are making it because they believe in themselves and they believe in it, that they can change the game through accentuating what they do well.
Stockton, a three-pointer at the buzzer. Yes, John Stockton, the greatest point guard ever to play the game.
Alors que John Stockton réécrit le livre des records et rappelle les grands meneurs du passé, une nouvelle vague de petits joueurs voit déjà le jour. Ils ont pour chef de file une légende des playgrounds qui a déjà affirmé son style propre. Un des jeunes joueurs les plus novateurs, Kenny Anderson semble posséder une créativité sans limite.
Instincts, you know, you're coming down the break. You're not going to say, hey, I'm going to slow down and wait for my teammate to make that pass to the left. You're just going to play off instinct.
Kenny the Kid through the lane. Sleight of hand.
You have to know how your players want the ball, where they want the ball, and you have to run the team.
Here is Kenny Anderson. Comes Coleman on the film.
He helps everybody's game. He helps me out tremendously, and just his way of getting to the basket, you never think, you know, he squeezed through those little holes, but he managed. He's like Speedy Gonzalez.
Ayant grandi sur les terrains de New York, dès son enfance, Kenny a joué un basket inspiré et semblait promis à un grand avenir en NBA.
My uncle and my brothers, they always said I always wanted to carry a basketball or play with one, and when guys would take it away, I would start crying.
We lived in an apartment complex where we overlooked the basketball court. And I'd look out at maybe 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, I'd look downstairs and I'd see a couple of guys playing, and it'd be him. He'd be out there playing at 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night in the dark, and you couldn't really tell who was who. And you say, wow, somebody's playing really well out there. Oh, that's Kenny, don't worry about it, that's little Kenny.
Venant d'une ville qui a produit de nombreux meneurs de légende, dont Bob Cousy et Tiny Archibald, Kenny est sans doute le plus adulé, étant le seul joueur à avoir été nommé All-City 4 ans de suite.
He's the greatest guard in the history of New York City basketball.
Émerveillant les spécialistes au niveau universitaire, il laisse le souvenir d'un des joueurs les plus spectaculaires.
Look out. Uh-oh. Yes. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm going to do a little dance. Oh, that's awesome.
Now you take a look at this. I mean, Isaiah Thomas is jumping out of his seat right now. He changes direction between his legs. Hurley says, what do I got to do? I can't believe this guy. This is impossible. He says,
Second choix des New Jersey Nets dans la draft de 91, il est attendu comme un sauveur. Pourtant, il peine au cours de sa première année et les éternelles questions sur les joueurs petits refont surface. Mais à l'instar des petits qui l'ont précédé, Kenny puise dans ses forces pour vaincre l'adversité.
I didn't play a lot. I wasn't happy. I was depressed at times. But patience is a virtue, and I just waited. And I said, you know, when my time comes, I'm gonna be ready. I ain't gonna let this pass me by.
Pour sa deuxième saison, Anderson ne manque pas l'occasion qui lui est offerte de se racheter. Tout en restant fidèle à son approche instinctive, il redouble de volonté et de fermeté. Devenant rapidement une superstar, il fait figure de pionnier grâce à son style original.
Things that he does on the court are the way of the successful people in our league have turned to or are doing. And those are the things that come natural to him.
Avec son jeu très imaginatif, Kenny contribue à assurer l'avenir des joueurs de petite taille. Et on le compare déjà à quelques-unes des grandes stars qui ont porté le flambeau avant lui.
It's great, you know, to be mentioned in the same breath with these guys, you know, especially Tiny Archibald and Isaiah Thomas, you know, Bob Cousy, and that's my main goal, you know, to get all the accomplishments that these guys have achieved.
Anderson has it. 6-5, 4. Kenny wants to take it himself. Whoa! Oh, you gotta love it!
Yeah.